Good morning and welcome to the wonderful world of microphone. Hopefully you can hear better. I want to talk to you about my weight, and I want to talk to you kind of to tell you about my journey that I'm on. First of all, let me start by saying, hi, my name is Priscilla. I have always had a bigger figure. Always, 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 always. In sixth grade, I was the heaviest person in the class, boy or girl. It was really embarrassing because it was in the times when they would call your weight out. A nurse would wheel a big scale into the room. You would step on it. She would tick, 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 tick the thing along until it got your weight. And there were big 50-pound increments that she would have to move over. She would always just leave it at 2 for 100 pounds, and then have to take one away because kids vary on weight. Kids vary in build size. But I think this was the start of my realization that my grandmas on my mom's side were heavy. My great grandmas on my mom's side were heavy. I was going to be heavy, and it used to be they used to not say heavy, they'd say stocky. I was stocky, and it was a good thing. Like, we lived on a farm. It was good to be stocky. I liked being strong. I liked being bigger. And then something happened in school when I was in sixth grade and got on that scale and weighed 128 pounds. I was as tall as I am now, 5'7", 5'8", something like that. And I got picked on so bad. And that's really the first time that I was called the F word. You know what the F word is. I learned how to deal with the F word from living in Scotland for 6 years. Over there, people say fat, and it's not like, they'll, if they're describing somebody that you're supposed to meet, they'll say, she's tall and she's fat. And it's not like a slur. It's just the fact, because, right? So, but we feel bad about it because we're made to feel bad about it now. I'm not. For the first time, I'm almost 60. I flipping love my body. My body does almost everything I want it to do. Almost. And I've learned a lot of things over the years. I've learned a lot from being that biggest in the class sixth grader who I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know the hurtfulness that can be related to a weight problem then. And seriously, it's open to debate whether it's a weight problem or not. My great-great-grandmas, they were both big. They were stocky women. I will show you the picture when I get home, both their pictures. When I get home, they were not teeny petite little ladies. They were big, stocky women. They were raising lots of kids. They were working on the farm. It was a good thing. They had food on their table to eat. That was a good thing. I have my food back here because I'm still on my writing retreat in Florida. That's my food. I went shopping yesterday and made a realization too that we always overbuy in the store, when I was being specifically mindful about what to buy. So I digress, as I do. Today is my weigh-in day. I think 36 days ago, I think, something like that, I started a journey with Weight Watchers. It is not about a number and a scale. I'm not saying I'm going to be a size 0 and weigh 90 pounds. That's never going to happen. I'll show you another picture when I get home. And that's me after riding a bicycle in 2007 up the East Coast of America. Me, rode a bicycle, started when I was well over 300 pounds. When I ended up, I was about 260 or 70, but I could bicycle for 60 miles a day. I was in the best health and shape of my life. The doctors all said so, but guess what? If you put my 260 or 270 pounds body on a magazine, in a newspaper article, which there was a lot of press. I did a lot of interviews and a lot of press, probably over 200 magazine, radio, television, newspapers, articles all around the world. Actually, I did interviews with during that almost 7 months that I lived on a bicycle and pedaled up the East Coast of America. And if you would put my picture on something, there would always be a comment from somebody, she still needs to lose more weight. Stop. And I want to set expectations with you. My expectations for going down in weight right now aren't to weigh 128 pounds. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. I've had doctors, medical doctors tell me I have big bones. I have very big bones. I'm big and I'm stocky. And what the heck is wrong with that? I have a bigger figure. I actually liked back in the 90s, I think it was, I first heard the term BBW, which was Big Beautiful Women, and I thought, that's so fantastic. And I've had men that have been in love with me. Most importantly, I have my Morton who is in love with me. And it's not based on a number on a scale. It's not based on how I look. It should not be. That number on the scale should not equate happiness. Why I'm losing weight right now is a couple of reasons. I have osteoarthritis in my knees. I have a 27-foot high ceiling at home that I need to stand up on an 18-foot high scaffolding, and I have to be able to climb up the scaffolding. Climbing up the scaffolding. Right now, I weighed myself this morning, and when I started 30 some days ago, I weighed 363 pounds. This morning, I weighed 343 pounds. I've lost 20 pounds altogether. I lost 2 pounds last week. Now, how have I gotten so old and not figured this out yet? How? I don't know. I have said this before in my mind, but I've never really said it out loud. This is a journey. This is a health journey. This is not a weight loss journey. Weight loss is going to be a side benefit of it. Paying attention to what I eat. There's all kinds of frozen veg up there, fresh veg in there. Paying attention to what I'm eating. I'm eating cleaner. I'm eating better. And oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much energy I have gained in just a month. It's not about losing, it's about gaining. Let me show you something else. I fly with one of these. It's a seatbelt extender. You might have seen your flight attendants demonstrating them. Open this to exit the plane. If you have never been on, put this in here, push it till it clicks, open it to release. You've seen this. You have seen this. What you haven't seen is somebody who's my size try to get in a seat, try to put one on. Especially some seats, they're 19 inches across. They're 19 inches across some seats on planes. I don't know who that is even for. But I can recall one plane ride I was on where, and it was a flight on Virgin Atlantic. I will remember that. It was actually, and I'm sure not all of. I don't mean anything against Virgin Atlantic. I'd been on lots of their flights that were lovely, and I have gone on hundreds, not exaggerating, hundreds of plane rides in my life. Maybe even over 1,000. I don't know. Anyway, I got on the plane, and the belt wouldn't fasten. The belt was about 2 inches shy. I could have and fastened it, but then it was a 7 or 8 hour flight. I would have been worse than a girdle, and oh my goodness, I was never a girdle person. I was like sort of this is me person. So I asked a flight attendant who was passing by, "Do you have a seatbelt extender?" Now she stood at my seat. I was probably in row 20, something like that, maybe a little bit lower number. And she was probably a good dozen rows away from the person that she starts yelling, whatever the lady's name was that she was yelling to. Do you have a seat? Do you have an extender? Do you have an extender? Do you have an extension? And the girl's like, what? What? Yeah, it's the hustle and bustle, people getting on the plane, whatnot. Meanwhile, this flight attendant, who was exactly that big, squeezes in. She's like standing like right in front of my seat, like I was in the aisle. And she says, um, she's too big. She's too big. It won't go around her. And she motions like that. So when she did that, the whole plane got silent, in my imagination anyway. Everybody looked. My face instantly got red and hot. And I I decided then I would buy one of these. I travel with it. Now on the plane coming down, I flew Allegiant, who I do love. I love flying on them because they fly into Sanford Orlando Airport, and my family is 20-minute drive on back roads to get me at the airport. So I bought one of those, and this was a long time ago. This was like back in 2002, something like that. And I had it in the plane. The seatbelt, it did fit around me. I still put it on. And this is going to sound really stupid. It's almost like a little security blanket for me now. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop traveling with this. But I highly recommend like getting one of these if you're a bigger person, if you're flying. Make yourself comfortable. We do not have to suffer. We don't. Being a bigger person doesn't mean you should be ostracized or shouted out in front of a plane. It won't go. She's too big. I can't do her accent. She was English. Too big, it won't go around her. That was kind of close. Um, it made me feel bad for a minute. And then everybody got in their seat and I had my extender. I was more comfortable. And when I was getting off the plane, I was going to see my family. I did not let it get me down, but it does get people down. So kindness does matter. It does. And we need to be like, when you see a bigger person, you have no idea. If you're not a bigger person, think about this. So say if a guy weighs, well, I'm going to use a man for an example. Men are considered stronger than women physically, typically. So say you have 163-pound man, 163-pound man who's in great shape. He goes to the gym. He's awesome. He got biceps. He's all ripped. He has an 8-pack. And he's lifting weights, loving it. So you put a backpack on him or a bodysuit where he has front and back and load him up with 200 pounds of weight, big metal weights. Put them in front, back, on the sides, maybe put some on his arms. I don't care how fit he is. At the end of the day, if he can survive 24 hours walking around carrying 200 pounds on his body, he's going to be tired. He's going to be tired. I get tired. I know it's because I'm carrying out my extra pounds. Now, in saying that, I'm trying to lose 100 of them. I was thinking I wanted to weigh 180 pounds. I don't think that's ever going to happen either, really. I think I don't think, I was thinking back to when have I felt my best? At what weight in my adult life? And it was probably when my kids were little, really little. But I was 40 years younger then too. But I weighed about 225, 230 pounds. And I could run, I could do all that. I could do all that good stuff. But I think realistically, I think I'm going to end up around 250. I think I am. I'm tall. I have a big frame. I like to have um, I like to have a, a little padding on me, which might sound weird, but I've already been when we did the bicycle ride and I ended, I can't even remember the number. I think it was 260, 270 that we ended at. I can remember sitting down and my butt bones were like, my butt was like bony feeling and it hurt when I sat on things. Things like, a wooden bench or something like that. And I want to get to a healthy feel, not a number on a scale. That's what I want to get to. So that's the journey that we're on right now, friends. And hopefully you're on that journey too for health. It has nothing to do with a scale. It has to do with trusting the process, setting good and healthy habits, and being consistent in our actions. Today, I'm finding every day too. I'm tweaking like parts of each day. Today, my tweak is going to be drink more water. I didn't drink enough water yesterday. Over there, you'll see. Over there, I have 2 bottles left of my green tea. It's a diet citrus green tea, and I drank more of that yesterday and not enough water. So today I need to drink more water. And I know what drinking water is my thing anyway. But if I have that stuff here, I'll drink it. And I just wanted to get enough groceries because I'm flying home on Friday. You know what? I'm gonna take it along. I'm gonna keep it along with me always because I know sooner or later I'm gonna be on a flight. I'm gonna be on a flight where the person beside me needs it, and I'm gonna be able to say, "Here you go. This is gonna make your life easier." And hugs, virtual hugs if you're not a huggy person. And I'm not going to stand up and say, "She needs she's too big to have it go around." I'm not gonna do that. We gotta show kindness. We gotta show compassion for ourselves too. So that's my little spiel this morning. I hope you're having a lovely day. I have been writing so much. I need to do a YouTube about my writing process and give you some tips on that. But I want to give you some health tips, even though I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. I am not selling anything to do with this. I'm not a Weight Watchers person, spokesperson, whatever. I'm just a grandma on a journey to live to 102. Actually, right now, to be able to climb my scaffolding, which I'm hoping to do next summer. It's not going to happen this summer. I didn't gain 200 pounds overnight. I didn't gain 100 pounds overnight, so I can't lose them overnight. But I think when I'm at like 253. Right now I'm 353. 253. I know I can get up the scaffolding because I have done. So next summer, me climbing the scaffolding, laying on my back, painting the ceiling. Who knows? I might have to Michelangelo it up. But I want to. That's my health goal, and to be able to go up and down 5 sets of steps every day, climb, all the way up to my bell tower, and sit up there and smile and appreciate my life, appreciate my body, appreciate my bigger figure. Martin always says to me, "You're perfect. You don't have to change anything for me. I love you." And I kind of feel sad that he has to add that I don't have to change anything for him because he knows, like, even though I talk confident and I kind of think I am confident, there's that nagging little inner voice that says, I could do better. I'm learning how to tell that voice, shut the heck up. I'm I'm doing great. And just get it out of my head. I need to work on that too. That needs a little tweaking too. So please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's basically about the church, but I'm talking about my journey on here too, my health journey. And if you feel compelled to share a tip, uh, um, a comment of any fashion, I would love to hear that. I do love to read your comments. Have a beautiful day. Don't listen to anybody else but your own beautiful inside voice. That's what we gotta be gentler to ourselves. Be real. I'm not gonna candy coat it to myself or to you. Be real, but give yourself compassion, love, and grace. We need that, especially in this wild world we live in. Which, P.S., there's beautiful things all around and beautiful people, and you're one of them.